Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. Well, let's kickstart taking all of your stock-related queries. But before we do that, the number that you can write to us is going to be flashing on the top of your screens as well as on your screens. Do remember to mention your buy price for the stocks that you're already invested in. And for the stocks that you wish to invest in, do mention the time horizon that you then have in mind. But with that, let's kickstart taking all of your stock-related queries. Let's get a sectoral check going first. We do have Rupak De, Senior Technical Analyst at LKP Securities, joining us. And we do have Kunal Bocha joining us yet again. Hi there, Kunal, as well as Rupak. Good morning. Tell you what, Rupak, do you have anything to add to that then?
I would like to speak on Nifty Pharma. As I can see, there's a consolidation breakout. There was some. I wasn't looking at the auto actually, so I was looking at the pharmaceutical stocks. Pharmaceutical stocks are doing really well lately. So recently also they have given a consolidation breakout. A lot of pharmaceutical stocks have given a consolidation breakout. They're moving to some of the stocks moving to their new lifetime highs. So I think the sentiment is likely to continue in the short to medium term in the pharmaceutical stocks.
Rupak, no doubt you did speak about the pharma sector, and there are a lot of queries actually that have already come in for the pharma space in particular. Rupak, let me come to you and ask you about HDFC Bank. Do you think now is the right levels to go ahead and buy this particular counter? We have a viewer, Dinesh, who's asking about HDFC Bank for a fresh buy. This counter, if you see, I think it's one of the most talked about banking name and one of the most talked about banking name in a sense that everyone has been actually expecting a recovery to come about and sustainable recovery. But what's your take? That's not the way how it's transpired. We thought very soon it will hit the 2,000 rupees per share mark. That also has not happened.
So I think HDFC Bank is trading within a no trading zone. I think the range is 1810 and 1770. So if somebody finds the stock is when it is trading above 1810, he may consider buying the stock with a stop loss of 1770. So right now it is not trading beyond that. So I would like to wait for the stock to move beyond 1810. Above 1810, I would buy the stock for a target of 2100, keeping a very small stop loss below 1770.
That's a stop loss as well coming in for HDFC Bank right there. But I'm going to come to you, Rupak, with the next one because we do also have Shaurya who's writing to us from Gurugram. Wants to know about Reliance Industries. Now, he wants to know the outlook that you have for the next 6 months. He wants to know if he can buy in at these levels then.
Yeah, obviously you can buy the stock. Stock has corrected significantly from their previous high. And the stock has formed, the RSI of the stock has formed a bullish divergence on the daily chart. So I think the stock might be ready for a recovery towards 1300, 1320 in the very short term. So one can initiate a long position at the current level, keeping a stop loss below the recent low of 1290.
Then
Sorry,
on. All right. A point taken, Rupak. On that note, actually, and this next query that I have, Kunal, is coming in from Shankar. He's writing to us from Delhi. He's a short-term investor, and he said, Rupak, that he did hear your view on the pharma space, but he wants a recommendation of at least 2 to 3 pharma stocks that he can consider investing for a period of about 6 months to 1 year. Since you spoke about pharma sector, I'll come to you only, Rupak, to get your views on stock-specific bets that one can take.
So first stock would be Lupin. The stock has given a consolidation breakout and it is sustaining above the important moving average on the daily chart. So I think the short-term view would be very much positive and the stock is likely to move towards 2400 and stop loss can be placed below 2150. Second stock would be Dr. Reddy's. The stock has given a pennant pattern breakout on the daily chart. The stock is likely to move up towards 1700. Very short-term target would be 1600, and support would be at 1300. So one can initiate a long position, keeping a stop loss below 1300 for a target of 1600 and 1700. Third stock would be Biocon. The stock is currently moving up after finding support at the 200 days moving average. So I think the stock is likely to move towards the higher level. On the higher end, target is placed at 380. One can initiate a long position, keeping a stop loss below 337 for a target of 380.
And that's a take coming in as far as those pharma stocks are concerned.
Rupak, do you also concur with Kunal's view when you talk about investing in these penny counters?
Obviously, I also refrain from recommending stocks which are considered penny stocks, because it's the quality which matters rather than the quantity.
Well, absolutely. So that's the take coming in. As far as penny stocks are concerned, Kunal as well as Rupak are telling us to value quality over quantity.
Absolutely, and that's exactly how you will actually make good returns for you for the longer term when you invest in the stock markets. So make sure that you do your homework clearly as well when you talk about investing in such risky names.
The next one that we have, Rupak, is coming in from Lakshmi, who's writing to us from Hyderabad. Wants to know if it's a good time to buy SBI cards. What do you think?
So I would not recommend a buy at this level. I think the more downside is waiting for the stock, and on the lower end, support is there at 675. Once the support is reached, the stock is likely to move down towards 650, 640 kind of levels. So it's not a level where one should start buying. Rather, one should wait for the stock to correct more towards 650 kind of level. One can initiate a buying position around 650, keeping a stop loss around stop loss below 635. And on recovery, the stock might move towards 700.
Right, so that's the view coming in on SBI card.
And the next one that we have, Rupak, is coming in from Sanil, writing to us from Mumbai. Wants to know about Vodafone Idea because he's holding on to 1.1 lakh shares. Buy price is 10 rupees thereabout. What do you think about this one?
I think the consolidation might continue in the near to short term. The stock has a resistance at 7.80. Once the stock moves beyond 7.80, then it is likely to move towards a higher level. But till the time it is not moving beyond that, beyond 7.8, I think the consolidation might continue. So if somebody, if he is holding the stock, he can place a stop loss below 7.3. Below 7.3, he should reduce some of his position.
All right, so that's the take coming in on the stock. But take this next query on Sterlite Tech. Rajinder Tyagi has written to us, wants to know about Sterlite Tech. He has the levels at around 218 rupees, holding on to this one for the last 4 years or so. What's your take right now, Rupak, with this particular counter, given the fact that he is in a considerable loss? So should he stay put with it or go ahead and book loss at this point in time? And if book losses, where should he park or reinvest some money?
So I think the stock has more space, more room for correction. I think 105 might be the next level where the stock might hit in the short term. So he should, I think he should place a stop loss at 115. Once the stock falls below 115, he can exit the stock or at least reduce his position. And on the higher end, once the stock moves beyond 118 on a closing basis, then there might be some recovery. So till the time it is not happening, I think he should hold with a stop loss of 115.
Penciling in a recovery on that one then.
In fact, let me talk about more banking names. We have Balakrishnan from Chennai. He wants to know about TN Mercantile Bank as well as in IDBI Bank. Does it make sense to go ahead and buy these counters afresh right now, Rupak?
For IDBI Bank, I would say that he should wait for the stock to move beyond 87, 78. Above 78, the stock will be good for a rally towards 86. And in that case, the stop loss would be 76. So currently, it's not a buy level. Above 78, it will be a buy.
All right, and that's a take coming in as far as those two banking counters are concerned. Tell you to Masgaon Dock, but the next one that we have is coming in for HUL as well as Nestle, because we do have Saju who's writing to us, Rupak, about these two counters from Kochi, and he wants to know if it is a good time to invest fresh into HUL and Nestle. What do you make of that?
Yeah, it's a where one can initiate long position or start accumulating the stock. I think the stock is making its base for a recovery towards 2500 in the short term. So it's a level to go long with a stop loss of 2250 for a target of 2500 in the short term for HUL.
All right, on that note, we actually wind down this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Thank you so much, Kunal, as well as Rupak, for joining us on the show for resolving all of our stock-related queries. And with that, viewers, we come to this week's edition, end of this week's edition of Buy Now, Sell Now as well. So it's a goodbye from Shriyanti, myself, our producer, Somashri as well, and our director, Ravinder. Thank you so much for watching.